Hello everyone, I'm Brian Croydragon, and welcome back to Vox Adventures. And that's still not back. Still can't tell how many people are in the dungeons. Yes, Alex. Right. Alex. And no traitor. Yeah, I tried to jump, but I was too slow. Yeah, jeez. Better strike first. So I finally finished streaming the Monkey Island games. Yeah, Tales of the Monkey Island, while still having its funny moments, it actually takes itself more seriously. It might just be my favorite one in the series. Oh, jeez. Can I make this jump? I don't know. Oh, jeez. Name? Well, as long as it's Ghost not responding when I'm reading when the sun is up, that's fine. Oh. Is the sun down? Is the sun down? It's not down. Jeez. So yeah, finishing streaming the Monkey Island games. I finished watching the second season of The Lost World, and just like the first, it ends on a cliffhanger. Alex? Jeez. I understand it's a way to go into the next season, but I've done my research and it's not wise considering that the fourth season didn't end up being made. Excuse me. Okay, that was actually a hiccup. Yes, Alex? Jeez. Uh, let's see. It seems just like yesterday we were just... No, it doesn't seem just like yesterday. It was yesterday when we spent an entire recording at sea. Going over a few islands. Excluded. Still reading Le Morte d'Arthur, so yeah, that might be a while until I finish that. I don't know, maybe in the fall. Oh, no, that does not go high enough. Up we go. Whoops. Okay, let's... just get up there. Okay. God. Further into the ice. And, well, finished Rocket Robinson and the Pharaoh's Fortune. Very good. Feels like Johnny Quest, Tintin, Indiana Jones, all that good stuff. And, eclipses aren't exactly a thing in vanilla Minecraft yet, but if they were, I don't know, they probably have to be like a once every 100 in-game days. Like Johnny Quest, like Tintin, like Indiana Jones, fourth movie included. I know a lot of people hate the fourth movie, but I don't. It's a good movie. Phone right there. And yeah, get the charger. Hey. Hi, Alex. We're fine. Hmm. Come on. So I didn't discover Johnny Quest until I was in high school. Indiana Jones, Tintin, those are both things I was introduced to at a young age. Of course, we had Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade. Okay. On VHS, and the show The Adventures of Tintin was airing. Oh jeez. Looks so much darker down here. I've actually got well, I have all four of the Indiana Jones movies on DVD. I've got the complete original series of Johnny Quest and both seasons of The Real Adventures. I don't have the New Adventures. Fuck that version, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible. And I've only got one Tintin album. That would be Tintin in Tibet. Hergé's favorite in the series, and what he considers to be the grand finale of Tintin's adventures, with everything that came after it just like a post-season thing for him to experiment with. I've actually got a DVD, a Tintin DVD, down there, from the TV show The Adventures of Tintin. You know, the 90s, Which of course was my introduction. Actually, how would I go get it? Yes, sir, The Adventures of Tintin, Volume 2. I actually got this at a Dollarama, a dollar store. And it was the only copy there, so I said to myself, I don't know if I'm gonna find this at such a cheap price again. Lord knows on Amazon they can go for like $600. So I took it. The episodes on it are The Crab with the Golden Claws, Tintin in Tibet, The Blue Lotus and the Calculus Affair, Cigars of LaFaro, The Red Sea Sharks, The Secret of the Union, Red Rackham's Treasure, The Castafiore Emerald, and Tintin and the Picaros. Good, clean, G-rated fun. And still the best version of Tintin in my opinion. I should see about finding Volume 1 at some time. And there's a movie store in the mall I can check. See if they've got Volume 1. Yeah, when Hergé saw Raiders of the Lost Ark, he was very impressed with it. Now I'm not 100% accurate on this, but he basically said that Steven Spielberg was the only person who could bring Tintin to the screen. And eventually he did. Now, keep in mind, I'm not 100% accurate on that, but you get my point. He pretty much considered Raiders of the Lost Ark to he pretty much considered Indiana Jones to be like Tintin. And if you want more good Belgian comic fun, check out Blake and Mortimer. It's that series creator. Can't remember his name at the moment, unfortunately. It was a friend and I think also a relative of Hergé. And apparently Hergé sprinkled put in references to Blake and Mortimer and Tintin. It's got the same spirit, a bit more serious though. Hold on. Oh, jeez. So the series adventures, the series centers around the adventures of friends, a military officer Blake and Professor Mortimer. I can't remember what Blake's exact rank is. Captain, I think. Aye. Like Tintin, it got an animated series in the 90s. And again, the dubbing work was the English voice work was done here in Canada. Yes, Alex? Alex, can you please just choose a side? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, it's not responding. Hey. Now, I don't own any Blake and Mortimer albums yet. I don't own the animated series on DVD either. I think it was released on DVD, but I don't have the DVD. I have watched an episode though on YouTube and I absolutely loved it. Yes. Yes, Alex, it was... what was it called? Secret of the Great Pyramid? Something along those lines. Now, the episodes were two-parters. Again, like Tintin, which only had a few episodes that were one-parters. But the funny thing is that Secret of the Great Pyramid, that album was a two-parter. It was split into two parts, so you very well could have... they very well could have just turned the episode for the animated series into a four-parter. I mean, that would have been interesting. Are there problems with the albums? You have to remember, this year Tintin began in 1939, I think. Blake and Mortimer started in 1946, so of course there's bound to be trouble. Problems, but eventually they've moved past that. I mean, the Tintin series pretty much ended with Hergé's death, but Blake and Mortimer has been continued with, by the work of new writers, keeping the style of the original creator. And it's still going strong. So, if you're ever looking for something also like Indiana Jones, Tintin, Blake and Mortimer, Johnny Quest, that's the way. Those are places to go. And also check out Rocket Robinson. Maybe like Tintin and Blake and Mortimer, he'll get his own animated series. Oh, how about this? Found a Greenleaf outpost. The Frozen North indeed. A little while ago, apparently someone made the claim that Greenleaf was trespassing, but I don't know. I have no recollection of Greenleaf trespassing anywhere. And it definitely can't be in the Stables because I found that place in 2015. 2015. Either way, I found that location. We've been settled there for quite a while. And it can't be here because it's the middle of nowhere. Oh jeez, what am I doing? Yeah, Johnny Quest, also remember that there was a different time when that was made. Alex, you're fine. When the original series was made, so yeah, there'll be some problems with it, of course, but you have to remember when it was made. Alex? I'm quite aware that Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated featured cameos by Johnny Quest characters, Dr. Zen even being the villain of one episode. And like the creators of that show could have made a Johnny Quest show. I mean, it would have been better than just them turning Dr. Zen into a Ray Sean Goong type character. for Blue Falcon to fight. And geez, Blue Falcon, yeah, there's a character that never featured into Johnny Quest. It's just Mystery Incorporated uh, turning the show into a Hanna-Barbera Ultimate Universe type thing. What's even in... Oh. Got snowballs. Block of snow. Alex? Alex? Jeez. My favorite episode of the original Johnny Quest series is Monster in the Monastery. First episode I ever watched. And really, an episode that involves the Yeti is... something that involves the Yeti is sure to get me to love it, as long as it's done tastefully, done properly, done with respect. Alex? Did he just sneeze? Okay. What? What's the matter? Did you sneeze? I'm sorry, was I standing in your light? What? Yes, I know. It's not an hour-long recording today. Hey. I quite enjoyed Incredibles 2. Loved that bit where they were watching Johnny Quest on TV. I don't know how they managed to do that, because Pixar's with Disney. Warner Brothers owns the rights to the entire Hanna-Barbera library, I think. Unless there's someone who slipped through their fingers. I mean, they've got the hold on the Fantastic Four series that Hanna-Barbera did, so Disney can't put that on DVD or put it on Disney Plus. So I'm really curious just how they did that. What kind of an arrangement did Disney and Warner Brothers come to? What was the legal thing? Did they have to go into court and I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. Of course, I took law classes. Imagine that. Imagine that I took law classes and I'm not a legal expert. But those are in my general arts and science days. I took all manner of classes. I took a world religions class, graphic novels class, some film classes, some literature classes. Yeah, I took all manner of classes. Took a history of rock and roll class. But yeah, I'm really curious just how footage from Johnny Quest was actually able to be used in a Disney Pixar production. And now I'm left to wonder how long until the Yetis are in vanilla Minecraft. I know on the Windows version there's a map or something that has an adventure map or something that has Yetis and it has enemies. I've not played it, but I know it's there. Hello? Isn't this the trespassing thing? Wait a minute. No town or nothing. And that's also been there since 2015. If not earlier. Now I know that they're putting in archaeology into Minecraft for the new update, which has been a thing on Vox for a long time, but my god, if the Windows version doesn't do something like searching for King Tut's tomb, Tutankhamun's tomb, you know, something archaeology based, like, I don't know, Egyptology, any kind of archaeology, maybe digging up dinosaur bones. My god, that would be a missed opportunity. I mean, you introduce archaeology and don't do something like that? Good lord. What are the people at Microsoft thinking? I mean, I know I'd like to do something like searching for the tomb of Tutankhamun. They're sheep or... No, they're sheep. I still have to get the skins made for my mini series on the ancient Greek mythology mashup pack and the ancient Egyptian. The Greek mythology mashup pack and the Egyptian mythology mashup pack. I mean, I don't want to just ask Pry to do it. I mean, I could, but I don't want to waste her time. So yeah, my writing going good. Working on Alexander Lacarical meets Miltiades the Canada Lynx. Miltiades is an animal antagonist in the series. He actually debuted in the first book in the series, Alexander Lacarical. But this is actually the first time that Alexander and Miltiades come to blows. I'm doing a lot of planning ahead for the other books in the series. Planning to feature historical figures and later bits of and later stories. They're gonna have people like Arthur Conan Doyle, Nikola Tesla, and Thomas Edison, and then in a a Halloween one. You know, Thomas Edison, of course, in an antagonistic role. And the sun coming up again. Geez, yesterday was primarily at sea, and today is just primarily in the frozen north. Yeah, definitely gonna have George Lafette in a later story, along with his daughter, Mary, the Princess Royal. I know he had other children and he had a wife as well, but to cut down on the amount of characters, I'm featuring just to keep the historical figures to King George and Princess Mary. I've done a lot of planning for landmarks that will appear in a story set in South Africa, titled Alexander le Caracon on Safari. And I've also done the same for Alexander le Caracon's Egyptian Odyssey. Selecting the locations in Egypt, some Egyptian wildlife. Alex? Where are you? Hey. Look at you laying in the sunlight. It's warm, huh? It's warm, aren't you? Yeah, I've got plenty of stories planned from the series. Got a circus episode because with the main human antagonist, General Ludwig von Fell, being both a hunter and a circus owner. Obviously, the circus owner, so he has the funds to go hunting. You have to show him at his job basically in the circus season, when circus season is on. Hey, you. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be a happy circus. Got this. Good lord, like I can't even remember what I called him. Albert Albers or something like that. Well, the character's meant to be Hungarian. Um, he's a mime who is allegedly a vampire. Allegedly. Because kids get scared, don't say anything. And yeah, I say allegedly, but as far as I'm concerned, she actually is a vampire. I looked at um, a lot of portrayals of the Joker to come up with a good look for him. Yes, I know it's set in 1916, but I'm not restricting myself to works that aren't from or set in the 1910s. I'm taking inspiration from all over. So a bit of Heath Ledger. A bit of a version from the Batman, the animated series. Yeah, I'm looking at the least physically appealing versions of the Joker, basically. General Von Felt's yet to physically appear. He will eventually in Alexander the Caracol meets Miltiades and the Canada Lynx. Yeah, I did a lot. I did. I looked at a lot of characters when I looked at a lot of characters for inspiration when it came to General von Fell. First and foremost, since he's from Imperial Germany originally, Yeah, he's not really wanted in Germany anymore. Take a wild guess why. Yeah, I'm telling you, he was able to get away with hunting accidents involving his family when he was a soldier. During peacetime, not so much. So he basically had to flee Germany. And yes, those hunting accidents. That's basically how he ended up with the rank of general. So because he's Imperial German, I looked at the Jumanji character Von Richter from the animated series, who has this Imperial German look to him, and I basically did the same for General Von Fell, but because he never actually took part in any conflicts where he'd ever pick on Hob. He's the last conflict that he took the last war he fought in being the Herero Wars. His standard attire is basically a German uniform from that particular conflict, uh, mirroring how Captain Colin Smith, one of the human protagonists, just turned his uniform from the Second Boer War into everyday wear. Yeah, Von Braun, he's got the Kaiser Wilhelm handlebar mustache, kind of like how Captain Smith has a Wyatt Earp styled handlebar mustache. But that was just me looking for a specific style to differentiate the two. I couldn't give him a Fu Manchu, couldn't give Captain Smith a Fu Manchu mustache because the character Fu Manchu didn't debut until the 20s, and he didn't actually have a mustache in his original literary form. He was clean shaven. Oh jeez. That's just like me getting ahead of myself. So yeah, General Von Feln, uniform, mustache, even the weapon he uses is in reference to Imperial Germany. He uses a Gewehr 98. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but the rifle he uses, it's in hunting. It's the same kind that was used in the Herero Wars by the soldiers of Imperial Germany. He's got the dueling scar on his left cheek, same as Von Richter. I mean, it's never actually called a dueling scar, but come on. The Imperial German aesthetic that was going on well into the 30s when the Nazis were. Actually, it might not have been. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I think the Nazis might have outlawed academic fencing. I mean, yeah, it's fairly idiotic, I must admit, academic fencing, so... Oh! I don't know if that's actually true and the Nazis did. Outlaw it rather than goes to show that they had no tolerance for idiocy, despite their moral failings. Hey, you. Yeah, he's also got the General Von Film also has the monocle over his right eye, just like Von Richter. And he's also got the pale skin, but a lot of characters from Jumanji have that. And by that I mean the characters from the game. Von Richter says he arrived in Jumanji years ago, and some people take that to mean he comes from Earth, the human world, real world, whatever you want to call it. But it's because he's just as pale as Van Pelt and the others that I don't think he's actually human. Well, he's about as human as Van Pelt and the others. But I think based on his military luck, he might come from a completely different kind of game. So, you know, Jumanji, jungle styled and all that. Von Richter, I think, actually comes from a World War I based game. Just like Jumanji originally. That's my interpretation of it. General Von Film owning a circus. I wanted to do a circus story in the series, so I want to do a circus story in the series, so basically just take the main human antagonist and give him a job so he can fund his hunting expeditions. Jeez, General Von Fell. When I start writing a story, I usually start by creating what I call a Bible. So I know how the characters are and all that, the locations, you know, like what television writers do. Von Fell is basically the character I've put a lot of focus on. As the main human antagonist, I have to make sure he's really vile. he's world famous as a hunter, but he's also pretty much a barbarous cutthroat. Yeah, some of his hunting trophies, they're not as much animals, and they're pretty much Herero tribesmen. Yes, he had Herero tribesmen stuffed and mounted. I don't know, might just be their heads I'm doing with that. Might actually make it more disturbing, more nightmarish. Now keep in mind, this is a series for all ages, and you really have to, if it's a series for all ages, you really have to make sure, what are you? Trader who lost his llamas or something? When writing a series for all ages, you have to make sure that the villain is, he's nightmarish to all audiences. Make sure he's nightmarish to the kids, the teenagers, adults, that sort of thing. As a hunter, Von Feln is pretty much, yeah, he's the standard big game hunter. He's a coward, preferring to kill from a distance where his quarries can't possibly harm him. I mean, yeah, when you have a long-range weapon, of course that's how it's gonna be, but he's pretty much someone who makes sure that his quarry can't possibly reach him. Like if he misses or something, if it's a lion or something like that, make sure it's in a pit trap, it's fallen into a pit. I mean, I don't know, I've not actually done that. I have that written, but I might not actually use it. I mean, so far for the personality, I have trigger happy, smug, and greedy. He hasn't actually had a physical appearance yet, so I can't actually describe him. Oh, yeah, Von Richter, he was voiced by Alan Oppenheimer, who is actually the first person who ever. He's voiced a lot of characters in his long career. He was the original voice of Skeletor. He voiced Ming the Merciless for Filmation. He was the voice of Merlin in The Legend of Prince Valiant. And in my opinion, one of the best actors to ever voice the character. And I'm thinking maybe, hey. Hey, kitten. You want to maybe sit down? Sit! Sit. And on occasion I mentally cast actors for my characters. For Captain Smith, Jason Momoa. Even describe him as looking like him. Describe the voice in the same way. So yeah. But with Von Fell, General Von Fell, I'm thinking maybe having look like Luke Evans, but have him sound like Alan Oppenheimer. Oh man, Jumanji the animated series is, it's amazing. You should check it out. Well, I really, really love it. You've got. It's just a really great series. It's really a lot more adventurous than the movie is, and it actually paved the way for the Dwayne Johnson installments in the franchise. The Dwayne Johnson sequence to the Robin Williams movie. They actually go into Jumanji itself. Oh, it's just great. It beyond. Oh, it's amazing. And of course, you always find shows like this, shows where you think it's basically how much horror can we get into this show without making it an actual horror show. It's basically like that. Yeah, Van Pelt is even more terrifying than he is in the movie. Not that I ever found him terrifying, mind you, but he's a darker character. And just everything seems like it's trying to kill you. Okay. Oh jeez. Go around, that's what we do. God's sake. Tim Curry, I have to say he's simply amazing as Agent Slick. He either auditioned or was considered for the role of Alan Fowler and Van Pelt in the movie. He auditioned for the role of Van Pelt in the animated series, so you know he really wanted to play the character. But he ended up as Agent Trader Slick instead. Sorry, agent's a synonym for trader. So yeah, he ended up as Trader Slick instead, and I have to say, his performance, it's far and away much better than what they originally had planned. They wanted, the creators had intended for Trader Slick to, well, they intended for Slick to have this Bugs Bunny, I don't know, Brooklyn-like voice, or whatever the hell. Bugs Bunny's accent is some sort of New York accent, I think. So instead, they get Tim Curry, and he's above and beyond much. He gives above and beyond a better performance than, I don't know, some Mel Blanc Bugs Bunny knockoff. He's this British sounding guy, pretty much an honest John dealership type guy. You don't want what he's selling, but nonetheless, people end up buying what he's selling. He's the least actively malicious of the three main recurring antagonists. The other two are, of course, Van Pelt and Professor Ibsen. Hey. Ibsen's a scientist, he's a robot. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but the show actually makes it work. And he makes a lot of the enemies, the players of Jumanji, face. He dies in his debut episode, but he's brought back because, well, he's someone of actual importance. If a villain dies, a villain dies in a later episode, he doesn't come back because he's basically just got a one role function. He's just got a one-time function. He's not like Ibsen, who's got a genuine use, like has a plan to bring in new players by setting in a robotic doppelganger to take the place of Peter. He's actually a really, really good villain. Sherman Howard, who, if you're familiar with Batman Beyond, he was the voice of Derek Powers, also known as Blight. He's the voice of Van Pelt in the series, and he does a tremendous job. Okay, not responding. Oh, jeez. There we go. As Alan, we have Baron Fagerbaki, voiced Broadway in Gargoyles, and along with Broadway, Alan is one of he's one of Baron's better roles. He's above and beyond much better than Patrick from SpongeBob. And it's kind of similar to casting Robin Williams. Robin Williams is he was known for playing a lot of comedic characters, but he had some very good dramatic ones as well. Alan wasn't 100% dramatic, he wasn't 100% comedic, he was a person, and that's it's the same with Baron Fagerbaki's performance as Alan. He's a person. He's a character with many parts to him. Hey, will you please just, yeah, thanks. Oh god, this is so awkward. Alex, please just give me some room here. Yeah, you get a lot of great actors in Jumanji. Tony Jay even appeared, even voiced a character in one episode. Not gonna spoil it for anyone. But yeah, Tony Jay, let's hear, the voice of Frollo in Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame, the voice of Sinan, and a couple of other characters in The Legend of Prince Valiant. The main villain in Reboot, whose name currently escapes me. He became the voice of Shere Khan for Disney. He did the narration for Treasure Planet. yeah, so you find many a great actor. Ed Asner even appeared in a voice role as the judge. Basically, Dr. Zaius from Planet of the Apes and Jumanji, so you know how that is gonna be. And he does a really good job. I have seen the first of the Dwayne Johnson Jumanji movies. I've not seen the second one yet. I've seen the original movie, of course. Yeah, Jumanji's an excellent franchise. Check out the movies, check out the animated series, check out the original book. Yeah, something that I've actually yet to do, because technically I've only heard the reading of it that's on the Jumanji Blu-ray I own. And I know that there's an actual version of the board game. There's an actual board game version you can, oh jeez, that you can buy. Less chaotic than the version that appears in fiction though. Okay, so looks like I'm just stuck on this side. I am not hurling myself into lava. Come on, that's not high enough. How did I even get over here to begin with? jeez. Well, here's for something of a change of scenery. I'm not even sure if that was a lane bridge. Oh, jeez. Well, that's it. Why did I even get these axes? I've got plenty of weapons. Plenty of spare weapons. Oh, jeez. Don't know what that was. Heat, cold, I've got no idea. Jeez, come on. No, that's a tree. Also a tree. I don't see a skeleton horse, and I hope it's one without a rider. Yeah, jeez, what was that I said? How much horror I can fit in without making something into an actual horror show? Doesn't that just seem to be how things actually are with a lot of works? But with a lot of television shows. Especially for ones aimed at families. Whoops, okay, that's not wood, but okay. mean, with something like Tales from the Crypt Keeper, you knew what to expect. You knew things would get scary. It's when you were a kid and you didn't expect. You know, when you're a kid, it's something like Tales from the Crypt Keeper. You know what to expect. You know you're gonna get something scary, but when it's something that you don't expect from something completely, when it's from something completely different. Yeah. You just end up looking around like, this is still insert show name here, right? I mean, with Redwall, it makes sense. Asmodeus, he was nightmarish in the original book. Obviously, he's got to be nightmarish for the animated series as well. I mean, when your protagonist is a mouse, obviously you have to make something like a snake frightening. Okay, this is a dead end. That's not something I can just... Well, yeah, I can go through it, but... Eventually, it's gonna turn into something harder than dirt. Oh, jeez. Okay, where... What even... This is still a mountain, right? For God's sake. I was probably 5 years old when I was introduced to Moby Dick. It was of course the John Huston film. It was at my grandparents' for the day. My grandpa was watching it and good lord, the Moby Dick himself just coming at the screen. It was terrifying. Definitely not Gregory Peck's best performance though. I agree with him on that. I think Gregory Peck's best performance might possibly be as Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird. I've seen two different stage productions, two different stage adaptations I might say. Because the one I saw at Stratford opened with the assassination of Martin Luther King. Yeah. Okay, you wanna die? And what a time to end up at level 5 when it comes to axes. Yeah, the production I saw at Stratford opened with the assassination of Martin Luther King and Scout's flashbacks to her childhood. The version I saw at Oshawa Lale Theatre, no such thing. Yes, you had. Well, that's all for today. I'm Brian Croydragon signing out. Oh, jeez. Stay straight.